Christmas!
Hey y'all, back. The two people that you seen last time. You got
What's
Rickshaw, you got Verb over there. We're calling all you holiday enthusiasts and folks who just love to give. Essentially, Press Time is going to be taking over all that Christmas cheer and all that Halloween spookiness, and we're slamming it together to come up with our epic Ho-Ho Halloween toy drive, where we're asking all you folks to drop off a little toy over at Press Time between the days of October 20th and October 26th. If you come on October 26th, you could stay for a hot dog, get yourself a little Press Time tea.
Spooky
perhaps,
dog.
Yeah, a little spooky dog. Perhaps eat some popcorn during our premiere, Pimento. That's right. The Press Time folks made our own scary movie, which is going to be premiering at a few different times throughout the day on the 26th. So come on down, bring all your toys, and we'll do this up proper. Today, Verb, what are we talking about, buddy?
Today we're talking about one of my favorites, actually, The Ring, 2002, The Ring.
Yeah.
Directed by Gore Verbinski, which is it's a real name. It's not my Halloween alias, Gore Verbinski.
Very unique, and especially unique to this situation because your last name is Verba. And
people know.
Well,
you don't have to explain who I am, Rick.
Okay, fair enough.
Got it.
But yeah, Verbinski. We've been calling him Verbinski for a long time, so there you go, buddy.
Verbino.
I actually got a small little tidbit on old Gore Verbinski. I wouldn't call them my favorite band, but they're a band that had maybe the biggest impact on me when I was younger. That's NoFX. Gore Verbinski did one of NoFX's first music videos, S&M Airlines. I think he smoked it.
Is it
Dude,
Halloween at all? Is there anything crazy going on?
No, I don't think so. I haven't seen it in forever. I think they're playing on like a airplane tarmac. I think that's pretty much it.
That's pretty cool. Nice fact. No, the Ring is it was scary too in its own weird way. It was like mind-bender, a thriller kind of. You don't know what's going on or why it's happening. But the premise of the movie is basically there's a video out there, and you watch this video. Once it's done, you have 7 days to live. And after every time you watch it, your phone rings and you get a call, which was like just terrifying. And I think the call just said you have 7 days. I'm pretty sure.
This one really blew my hair back, man. When I seen it, I went into it knowing that it was going to be scary. Everyone was kind of saying this is a super scary movie. Look out. That's kind of what I'm looking to get out of it a lot of the times. I'm trying to get some good thrills. And this one, like I was saying, it rocked my world. I had goosebumps all over my body like 19 times in this puppy.
Right.
And it's just like so atmospheric. There's jump scares. There's just like a ton of really, really spooky stuff going on. And it still kind of gets me today, even after seeing it
so many times. You know exactly what's going to happen. A couple days ago, I just YouTubed just the video. So the video that they're watching in the movie, just to kind of refresh my brain of like what's actually in that creepy video.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like tons of random stuff, girl sitting, combing her hair in the mirror, just like an empty chair. There's like fingers cut off and fingers getting pricked. And the video is about 2.5 minutes long or something. I watched it, and slightly a small part of me thought that I was going to get that call after I watched it.
Did you get the call?
Somebody called. I just hit deny. No time. I can't. They didn't leave a voicemail.
Dude, I hear you though. Like it is a really creepy little like video, and I'll just skip it. I'll just see what I see in the movie, and that'll be fine.
The movie starts with, I guess, Naomi Watts. You don't know at the time, but it's Naomi Watts' character's like niece is kind of at a slumber party, and they're talking about the video, and she looks all spooked, and she's like, "I've seen it." And then it's true, she dies like 7 days later. Then you meet the Naomi Watts' son, who's like a little boy who was like really close to the niece, so he's kind of messed up. And the thing about him, I thought he was creepy right off the bat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they play it that way big time. He's a real estate agent now. I looked that up.
He's a real estate agent.
I would buy a house off him for sure. If that little buddy was like, it's free of ghosts, I would believe him.
You would believe him.
Yeah. Hey, can I just ask you one question?
Yeah.
This is just kind of going back to the beginning where you said that the niece, her and her friend were talking about this movie that's going around where apparently you die in 7 days after you watch it. What I'm wondering is she obviously got the call. that didn't kind of alarm her a little bit? Like she wasn't a little freaked on that? Because I know I would be. I was freaked when the phone just rang after screams.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe at that point she didn't know anybody who went down. I think she watched it with her boyfriend,
Yeah,
and
but that's
maybe she
pretty.
thought it was a prank.
That timing though, dude. Like as soon as you're done, you get the call, and it's this creepy little weirdo on the other side. You think
Right.
that's just like coincidence?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, I'm not looking for a real answer here. I'm just saying I would
She
be
didn't seem too
on high
concerned. You're
alert.
right.
Yeah, she's like joking with her buddy about it, like it's like absolutely insane. But I don't know, that call would put me on high alert, big time.
Right. So Naomi Watts ends up finding the video, so she watches it.
She's a
Her
good
ex-husband
detective.
watches it, and once you know, like this is the real deal, like this isn't any kind of fake video, you're convinced. Then her little son watches it, and that's like devastating to her. She comes in and she's like screaming, like,
Oh
"Why
yeah.
did you do it?" And that was a big scene. That got me.
Oh, of course, yeah. Being a father yourself, I'm sure that is like kind of hits home, buddy. You don't want your little pal seeing that kind of stuff.
And then
It's
it
dangerous.
changes. Then her mission is basically to figure this thing out so the son doesn't die.
I mean, if that's not motivation enough, like what is?
So she's doing tons of research. She's trying to figure out who's in this video. She figures that out. So she goes to like this little town and starts figuring out different things.
Right.
There's a woman in the video who's no longer alive. So when she's doing like all of her research and figuring out like who's in the video and what's going on, she finds out that there's a family, and it's the girl from the video has a daughter. And Rick, what's the daughter's name?
Samara.
Samara. So Samara is possessed and doing lots of crazy things, and she's the daughter that these two always wanted to have.
Yeah, it's almost like she's cursed in a way because like I don't know if she's like purposefully doing bad stuff. It's just when she's around, bad things happen. It's just like she's like a big black cloud wherever she is. And even it shows in a scene where she's talking to a psychiatrist or something, and she admits that she wants these bad things to happen. She doesn't know why. It's just in her for some reason.
Yeah, she just can't stop. And the woman has really no choice. So she ends up killing her own daughter, throwing her in the well. Yeah. So when Naomi Watts' character shows up, the dad is like wanting to put all of this behind him. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. Right. And it's really creepy because you don't know if he's going to kill her or what he's going to do. And he just ends up taking his own life, and he's got all these wires and he's all set up, and he does the old bathtub.
Oh, dude, I know, because he was like, it's just never going to stop. People are going to ask me about this for the end of time. This is a wound that won't heal. So he just frickin' pooches himself out. That's not good.
No, and they live on a horse farm. So like one of the big things that all these reporters are showing up for is because all the horses are killing themselves. They're like drowning themselves.
Yeah.
And then
that's
it happens again. Naomi Watts, when she's going there, she's on like a ferry, and there's someone taking a horse over, and the horse just loses his mind, gets loose, and just jumps off the side of the boat. And that's a really crazy part as well.
Oh, dude, that's super traumatic. Can you imagine this horse running rampant, and then the little buddy jumps off the back of the boat and gets caught up in the propeller?
The little girl who like you assume owns the horse is just screaming. Get it!
No. One thing that I want to mention to you guys, if you haven't seen the movie, about the whole 7 days thing, the reason why Samara, the spirit, gives you 7 days to live after you watch the movie is because that's how long it took her to die when she is in the well. She stayed down there for 7 days and then obviously died. And that's just the reason behind the 7-day timeline.
And she wants everybody to know her story. Naomi Watts ends up figuring this all out and finding her in the well.
Right.
And kind of bringing her out. And so her death it's got its ending kind of. The next day she wakes up with her son, and it's very cool because you think it's kind of like a happy ending. She figured it all out, and the boy knows somehow. Do you know how the boy knows?
It's almost like he can like connect with Samara in some way.
Yeah, they seem to be talking somehow.
He was I just got a little chill right there because the little buddy's like, why did you help her? Why did you don't
understand? Yeah, this isn't over.
You don't know what's up, Rachel. And then so she goes to talk to her ex-husband about that. Gets there, he's already pooched out. So she realizes, okay, Samara's not going to stop. There's another piece to this puzzle that needs to be figured out. Turns out that the only way Samara will spare you is if you actually make a copy of the tape, because she realizes that's what she did along the way. That's why she didn't get murdered by Samara, is because she made a tape to give to her ex-husband to check that out. So that's what she does with her son, is make a copy of that tape.
It seems to work. There is a sequel, I believe, which I've never seen.
Ring 2, yeah, I seen it. I couldn't tell you one thing about it. I seen it when it came out. I think it came out a year or two after the original Ring, which is a remake. Surprisingly, I've never seen the original, which is crazy because for sure in my top 5 horror movies.
Yeah, I would like to watch that one too. Subtitled, I would assume.
Oh, big time. Yeah. It's a Japanese movie, but I don't know. People say that one's even scarier.
Ooh, I don't know if I can take that.
Spooky stuff.
I also might need you to read it to me, if that's okay.
I can do that. Yeah.
Thanks.
No problem, buddy.
Appreciate it. But yeah, Ring was definitely, I remember seeing it in theater. I remember being super scared. But yeah, it's also one of my top for sure.
You got anything else to add?
I don't think so. If you haven't seen The Ring 2002, I don't know where you were, what you were doing, but go check it out.
Perhaps you weren't born. Maybe you were only 1 year old.
Speaking of that, I remember one time, this is not a horror movie, but I'm sure you were with me. We paid for one movie and snuck into Tom Green's Freddy Got Fingered. It was restricted, so we weren't allowed to watch it. And
Excellent.
We got kicked out before it started.
Really?
Somebody was onto us. And I've never seen the movie since. No, never revisited.
I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say that it's amazing, but it's not bad.
Do you ever have that when you like, sometimes if I fall asleep during a movie, I'm afraid that's it. I never go back.
Honestly, dude, I really try not to. Like, if I'm watching something, I'll just like literally stop it and go to bed.
My wife is a huge fan of Harry Potter and always wants me to jump on board. And I've never been.
How could she expect you to jump on board, dude? It's all reading.
Yeah. No, we're talking the movies here.
Oh, I went to Harry Potter World and I almost puked on the dang ride. It's all virtual. It is out of control. Like I was literally going to yak the moment I came off. I felt like a compound of like 3 days worth of hangover and a punch in the gut, man, because I felt horrible.
I would like to check it out. But I've watched those movies. They're all so long. And every time I fall asleep, she just pauses it. So falling asleep isn't getting me out of this one. So I'm going to have to watch them all.
Just buck up, buddy. Apparently those are very good motion picture films.
That was our review of The Ring.
Yeah. I'm going on record here. I'm giving this puppy a 4.5 star out of 5 because I don't know. I just feel like it's like high level filmmaking. Maybe it's a little dated now. I don't know. Even when I go back and watch it now, it's still fresh. It's still good. It's still scary. It's still fun. It's all those things that I like in a scary movie. And I'm giving it a solid 4.5.
That's a great score. And I'm going to agree with you on that one. I'm going to say 4.5 as well.
Can I scale back just a bit?
No, it's too late. Locked it down.
All right. We'll lock it in at 4.5. That's going to be tough because there's some bangers on our list this whole month.
Yeah, I think it could get beat. It's got a possibility of getting beat.
It most definitely will get beat by one or two that are coming up that are like super heavy hitters on my list.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll be back soon.
See you later.
Later, guys.